Burford's down in the valley to the right. That's the Windrush Valley. I can see a church spire in the trees to our front right, way in the distance front right. That's Burford's church, and so you can visit it if you wish. So it's the Church of John the Baptist, and
This was the thing.
oh, this okay. Well, here, this one.
Yeah, this one here, where the lay-by is.
Oh, the lay-bys, okay. Well, obviously they're not done this yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, no. So, lovely view down to the right, down into the Windrush Valley, and the town of Burford is on the slopes. So when we turn right, Sean will turn right in a minute at the junction, and he'll go down into the town, and that takes us down the hill, a nice gentle slope all the way down into the centre of Burford. Now it looks like we've got the usual traffic coming into the town. It's a busy place, a very popular place. What you find about the Cotswolds is it is so convenient from London that particularly at weekends, and today is Friday, so the start of the bank holiday weekend, because remember Monday's a public holiday here. It's the late spring bank holiday on Monday, made sort of like the Whitsun bank holiday. So it's a long weekend here from today until Tuesday. Really, a lot of people will be taking lengthy breaks. So, and yeah, it's half-term holiday. The kids are off school next week as well, aren't they, for half-term holiday? So it's going to be busy this weekend. And this is sort of, I think, can you see down to the right? There's a church down there, a spire. We often call these churches wool churches, not because they're made of wool. As you can see, if you look over to the right, you can see the spire. It's made of stone, but the wealth from the wool trade generated in the Middle Ages, particularly in the 14th and 15th centuries, particularly in the 1300s and 1400s, that's the 14th and 15th centuries. That was when the wool trade was at its height in terms of generating money for those who owned the flocks of sheep, that owned the trade, and they ploughed money into churches because they always believed that it would be easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than it would be for a wealthy wool merchant to enter the kingdom of heaven. So in order to see if they could do something about that and to assuage their conscience perhaps, they ploughed money into churches. And these churches are very grand. So St. John the Baptist Church, if you walk down to it and have a look at it, you'll see what a grand building it is for such a small place. Burford's main church. It's an Anglican church, it's a parish church, and it's rather lovely. So if you want to go down and have a look, you can. There's a very big tomb inside the church, and that is the tomb of Sir Lawrence Tanfield and his wife, Lady Tanfield. It's very grand, and it's in the side chapel within the church. They were the sort of Lord and Lady of the Manor in the early 17th century. He was in fact King James I's Lord Chancellor in the early years of the 1600s, the early 17th century. And so they were very much despised by the local people because they were seen as very greedy. But nevertheless, their tomb is quite impressive, and if you go into the church you will see it in the side chapel, Sir Lawrence Tanfield and Lady Tanfield. And in fact, as we come down through the town now, you're going to see a whole variety of different properties. There was an accident that's what's caused the slow traffic. So as we come down into the village, you'll see a whole variety of properties of different ages, different styles. But Burford became an important coaching centre in the 18th century. Stagecoaches travelling from Oxford to Gloucester, which was the main route, and they would call here at Burford for refreshment. There were 40 stagecoaches a day coming through Burford in the 18th century. 40 a day. Can you imagine how thirsty the travellers were? No wonder they had a brewery here. And coaching inns, lots of them. So a lot of these lovely properties you see left and right were once upon a time not residences, but actually coaching inns, hostelries. Some of them still are. And as we come to the centre of the town. Where the clock is, just on the left, that's where the sheepskins. See, look to the left, that's Sheep Street, where the sheepskins are, down there. There are tanneries here. And the pharmacy on the corner, the chemist, that's the oldest pharmacy in the country, dates back to 1724. It's a wonderful old pharmacy now on the corner of Sheep Street. Now, here we are in the centre of things, and we're going to turn left here. If you need the loos here, by the way, you see where it says the Priory on the right. There's a little, it says ladies and gents above the arch. Just on the right it says ladies and gents. And you need coins to get in and out. I think it's 20 pence. So there we are. So if you want to go down to the church as well, you can just walk down to the church. Just off on the right there's a little street called Church Street.